Hello and welcome back to Journey Beyond. Today I will be previewing the We Are Memory Keepers button press maker. Now I did purchase this off of HSN last craft day in March. So I know they have a couple different versions of this. The one from HSN comes with the medium size base, and they also comes with the square button pieces that you can make with the base as well. I know on We Are Memory Keepers they had sold one that had, I think, all three sizes. It was small, medium, and large. So this one, if you do purchase it off HSN, it just does have the medium size base, which is the blue base right here you see in the picture, and then it does come with the square button press, which I'm going to show you here in a few minutes. So when this first came out, you guys, I wasn't really sure if it's something that I would use, but of course I like the idea of it. And then they actually have some different range of products that you can use with this. So not only can you make buttons, you can make keychains, you can make little small pocket mirrors. It was really cute. Also, they have these like really cute bobby pin hair things you could use with it. So I have had no luck finding any of these other products. They are completely sold out on We Are Memory Keepers. I do believe they have the bobby pins in stock, but not much else. They also have a button press paper clip little thing you can make. You can use it as a bookmark. It is super cute, but I couldn't find any of those things. I believe I just recently saw some stuff on Amazon, but I was kind of bummed that I wasn't able to get a few more of the things to show you. But I am going to show you how to do the medium size, which I do have, and the square button size. So if you guys are interested in making like the keychains or the mirror backs, I knew they do have some stuff on Amazon I just saw this morning, but it is going to be priced a little bit higher than the retail price off of We Are Memory Keepers, but hey, you know, that's inflation for you right now. So, all right, you guys, so this is what the box looks like when you get it from HSN. So as you can see in the picture, it has the machine set up. It gives you examples of some of the buttons you can make. And on the back here, it has these little, I'm gonna kind of zoom in there so you can see a little bit. So they have a keychain kit, they have adhesive foam. Here's the bobby pin backers, and I think that's adorable. I have watched a couple of other YouTubers, and some of them say that you could use photographs, so that would be interesting. You can also do paper clip backers, so that would be great for like a bookmark. They have adhesive magnets, so cute, and then they have the mirror kit, and they also have a rosette kit. So this one I actually haven't seen anywhere. I'm sure they do sell it somewhere, maybe on Scrapbook or one of those sites. I guess I just have to look. I only looked at a few places, but a lot of this stuff is sold out. So those are just a few of the things that you can make. But today we're going to make the medium size base button, and then we're going to make a square button. So here is the machine itself, you guys. So this machine, it comes disassembled. So this part just unscrews like this, and it is in the box, and then you just have to screw it in. I just want to show you guys what it looks like. So when you first open the box, you're not like, oh my gosh, there's no handle. So it does come like this. All the bases are out, and it comes like this. So the bottom base here does swivel, and what this does, it allows you to put the size base you're going to use for whatever size button you want to use. So this is the top handle. This will come in the box, and then all you do is you just screw it on until it becomes tight, and then you can't screw it anymore. So when I first opened the box, I was a little confused about some of these pieces. So I'm just going to show you some of these pieces here. So like I said, it does come with the medium base. This is a medium base here. And then you have this extra blue piece there. I'm going to go over what that is in just a second. And then also you have your white base. So I really wasn't sure what this was used for. I had to read the directions one or two times to figure out what it was for. So this piece, you guys, you actually don't even use it with this. You would think you would because it's all color coded, but you don't. You're actually going to use this piece with this. So what this does, this is like your punching base. So whatever size base you're going to use. So if you're going to use, in this case, we're going to use medium. So you're going to perfectly punch out your image or your picture or your word or whatever it is that you want to punch out to make your button. You're going to do it with this. So for example, if I wanted to, I'm gonna get a piece of paper here. So example, I just cut this little paper out right here. Okay, so this one has cute little paw prints on it, different type of animals. So what I would do is I would place this on the base, and I would try to cut it down to size so it fits a little bit better than this. It's kind of hanging off the edge, just so you don't have anything like get in the way. And then whatever you're trying to center over. So say you wanted the raccoon, or if you could, in this case, say you could get 2 different paw prints in there and you wanted to cut these out, that's what you would do. Or if you have a word, for example, this I can't use because I wanted to use this for the demo, but I cut it a little too short. So that's another thing I want to go over. So let me just zoom in so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay. So here you guys, I wanted to use this Wild and Free. So this is just cardstock that I picked up at Joann's from Echo Park, and it was just a cute little camping set. So like I wanted to use Wild and Free, but see how I kind of cut a little bit too close to the edge there? So if you're gonna do words, just make sure you have enough room. So if I were to put the circle over this, kind of looks like I could get the words in there, right? Sorry, there we go. But you see that little space right there on the inside, that white space? Yeah, so you're not going to get it all. So you want to be able to cover the entire circle. So make sure if you're going to do words or even your image, just make sure everything fits in the circle completely, and there's no white on the sides there. Because if you do that and you don't realize that you're going to punch it out and it's not going to fit on your button, okay? So just make sure that you have whatever you want to center in the center, whether it be a words or an image, that is perfectly centered and covers the circle completely before you go ahead and punch that out. So for this one, I'm probably just going to do some paw prints. I'm going to see if I can get 2 of the paw prints in there. I may be able to, I may not be able to. I'm just going to kind of bring it up to you. It's a little easier if I do that. So I could do this one, or I have a couple other ones. This is kind of the same paper, just something different. So this would be cute, like the little mountains and the eagle. Or maybe those mountains. See, but it has adventure in there. Or you could do the bear. But see, it has like those words over it, and I really don't want those words in it. That would be cute, like the little compass there, but again, it encompasses too many objects in there that I don't want. I'm probably going to do the mountains, you guys, because that seems to fit the best. So again, if you're going to do an image, so as you can see in this image, see on the very bottom I have some trees and I have a little bit of that star. So if it's something you don't want in your image, or if it's going to bother you, try to pick an image that sits by itself, or a word that sits by itself that you can completely cover with the circle. If it doesn't bother you, then hey, go for it, because this is just for, this video I'm doing is just for demonstration only, so it doesn't really bother me. Will I use these? Probably not. But another good thing I was going to tell you guys that you can do is, say you're not really into making buttons, or you don't really want to make a keychain or any of the other stuff that I showed you earlier. These actually make really great embellishments for gifts or cards. So that's another thing to keep in mind. So that's one of the reasons I actually got it too, is the fact that when we get to that point, I'll show you that you don't necessarily have to put the pin on the back. So if you wanted to use it as just an embellishment or even a magnet, that would be great. So here, my little Echo Mark trade there. So trying to just pick a design that I really like that would fit, and then I'm just going to cut it too. That one's kind of cute too. See that one, you guys? That one's Woodsman Manufacturer. Again, it doesn't really matter for this purpose because it's just for the design. And then if you don't really care about like some of the things left in, I might do that one. I like the image of the mountains there. So let's see if it fits in my circle. Okay, for the most part it does. So I'll be right back, you guys. I'm just gonna cut the paper down a little bit and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. So I did cut the paper down to size a little bit so it would fit the base better. So when I was first learning to use this, I had watched another YouTuber and I noticed they had like taped it. And you can definitely do that. I prefer not to do that just because I don't want any type of residue on my bases, but you can do that. And if you need to clean the residue off, you can use rubbing alcohol that gets any type of adhesive or glue off really well. For me anyway, it works. So the paper doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfectly circular. It could be square, just so it kind of fits somewhat on the base there. And then your circle is what matters. So whatever circle you're using, whether it be the large, smaller, medium, or the square, you just want whatever image or word you have chosen to fit in that circle with no spaces. So this, you know, has a little arrow and has the mountains. I'm happy with that. So again, like I said, you can use any type of adhesive. If you want to use like a just some low tack tape, that would probably be my best suggestion. I don't know about using like a tape runner or anything like that. I believe, I don't even remember the girl's name, but one of the YouTubers I watched, she did use a tape runner, but see how it kind of slides? So that's just another thing you can do if that you don't feel comfortable with that. But I'm going to bring the machine over here for you. So this, you guys, this is the base. So it goes on the bottom. So the bottom here is magnetic. So that's just going to stick down and you can turn it. It doesn't really matter for this one though. When we get to the blue medium base, I'll show you. So this one sticks to the top. So this one you're gonna just kind of line up. See if you can see the arrow there. It's kind of hard to see there. You see how the arrow is pointing down. So that's gonna come into play with the next base that I show you. But you're just gonna kind of line this up with this groove and see how it sticks. It is magnetic. So then I'm going to place my paper that I want on the base. And then I'm going to put my circle. Let's see. I want a little bit more of the arrow there. And I got most of the mountains, so I'm happy with that. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swing the base right over here. So I would just try to line up the base a little bit so it's just directly over the top piece that we just placed in. So I'm gonna go ahead and you're just gonna push down like that, and you hear that little noise. I'm gonna do it twice. You don't have to do it twice. I'm just going to do it twice so that it cuts. So it's basically cutting with pressure. So you guys are kind of wondering like how this is working. So I'm just go ahead and press down again. Okay. So in my experience, the first couple times that I played with it, sometimes it doesn't cut perfectly. So just FYI, so you guys know. So I'm gonna lift this off and then you can see how it just kind of pops out. But see how it's kind of sticking right there? So for the most part, like I said, you guys, it does cut all the way, but in case it doesn't, you know, you can just take a pair of scissors or just gently kind of move it back and forth and it will come out. But I'm just gonna use my scissors here and cut the rest of the circle out. Okay. So there, I pretty much got the image that I want that I'm going to use, which is right in here. Okay, so next we're going to put the actual base on that we're going to use to make our button. So I'm going to take these two bases off and then I'm going to put this little circle to the side. So next is let's do the bottom base. So this is the bottom base. This is base A. So here you can kind of see it has base A, then it has like a little arrow, and then this is B with the arrow pointing down. So you're probably wondering like, well, why is it two different letters? So I'm gonna show you. So I'm just gonna take this, I'm gonna place it here. It does magnetize as well. So you're just gonna kind of, until you hear that click, and then you're gonna turn it. So what you wanna do is you wanna line up where it says A with the arrow pointing down towards this other arrow pointing up. So these two kind of line up right there, okay? So again, you're gonna hear a little click when the base is aligned, and then you're gonna take your other piece, this is your top, and it does, that's a great thing, it does have it labeled so you don't have any confusion. This says base and this says top, and again, you have your letters, A pointing up and then B pointing up. So with this one, so like I showed you earlier, you're gonna kinda wanna line up the notches right here. So when you put it in, you're gonna kind of want to line up that notch. And it has 4 notches, you guys. You hear that little click? Okay, so what you do is it will kind of suspend like this. You're gonna be like, oh, did I do it wrong? No. So you're just gonna turn until it's aligned with A. So you have the 2 arrows pointing at each other. So for this first part, you want the bottom and the top both aligned on A, okay? So like I said, the top is going to hang down just a little bit. So don't be nervous or scared, because the first time I did it, I said, why is this hanging down? But it is magnetized, it is suspended, as you see. So you're not doing anything wrong. So the second thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get a little package that looks like this, right? So you have your button base here, and then you have the backs. So the backs have the pins here, okay? And then you also get like a little pouch that has like the clear overlay on those. So we're gonna go over that in just a second. So what you're gonna do with this is you're going to drop this in right there. You're just gonna put it right on the top, and then you're just gonna place your image right over the top right there, okay? Just like that. And then you're going to go ahead and close it shut. And then we're gonna press down, and then you're gonna hear it click completely. You're gonna go ahead and lift it up, and then you're gonna swing the base out, and then you're gonna notice like, oh no, it disappeared. So it didn't disappear, you guys. It is being held on the top here. So if you wanna make a button, the back here, this is the back here, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're going to leave this in. I know it sounds crazy, but you're gonna leave it in. You wouldn't think that you would. If you wanna make an embellishment, you're going to take this out. So when you do place this in, if you know, I would suggest obviously reading the directions, but just go over them a few times so you make sure you understand what you're doing, because it's, you know, like I have a tendency to kind of read things and then kind of try to hurry up. Okay, let me just hurry up and do this. I can figure this out. But then I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't do this right. So just make sure that you're paying attention to what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so another important thing I wanted you guys to pay attention to, I did not put the plastic mylar on the front. So you don't have to. So if it's not a look that you want, say you just want it to be like matte paper and you don't want the plastic mylar on the front, you don't have to do it. So I did not want that. I wanted to point that out so you guys were like, oh no, you forgot the plastic. So this particular button / embellishment, I did not want the mylar on the front. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm actually going to take the pin out. So I'm going to make this an embellishment, and then I'll also do a pin so you guys can see that too, but we're going to do this one first. So you're just going to take this out. These are kind of finicky little things. Okay, you guys. So you're just going to take that out, and you're going to just kind of shimmy it out. So you're going to want, see how you can see kind of how it's raised right there? You're gonna wanna flip it upside down, okay? So you're gonna want that upside down where the edges come up. So then you're gonna put this face down, and then it's gonna kind of drop in that. And then you're gonna wanna turn the bottom to B. So you wanna make sure the B is aligned with the arrow on the bottom, and you're gonna do the same thing to the top. You're gonna switch it over to where it aligns to B. Then you're gonna place it back under, swing it back this way, and you're gonna push down. So this time you don't hear that click. So don't worry about that. So you're just gonna swing it back out, and voila, there is your button, okay? So if you like, how am I gonna get this out? This does push up, so it comes right out, and there you go. So this is just my matte little button embellishment I just made. See, and then here's the back. So here, if you want, you can put a magnet, or you can use foam adhesive, and it has a really nice matte finish. Very cute. So I'm gonna use that for a future either gift box or card or whatever I wanna use it on. Okay, you guys, so that's the first one. So I'm gonna pop this off. See, it comes right off. And then we're going to do another button. So I'm gonna put this base back on. We're gonna put this one on. And then now I will do the one with the Mylar plastic so you guys can see what a button looks like. Let me just get this thing back on. It has 4 little channels, you guys, and once you get it into the correct channels, it will stick to the magnet on the top. So these, I mean, if you guys want to save the backs or throw them away or whatever you want to do with them, maybe you can use it for another project or use it for something. I save it just in case, you know, if I decide I wanted to use it for something. But just a word of caution, just to let you know, once you make it this way, you cannot put this back in. It is very, very hard to put in. And then if you did put it in, it wouldn't fit correctly because it's supposed to sit like this, right? But it won't go in. So I couldn't get mine in. I wouldn't advise trying to get in once you've already made the button. So just a word of caution, just to let you guys know. So if you want to make a button, make sure you leave that in. So, okay, we're gonna do our next one where we're gonna do an actual button. So let's see, I have some similar paper because I obviously like outdoors and camping and all that good stuff. So here, this is kind of something similar to this, just a little different. And then of course, it has the dark background here. It is double-sided, but this you can't really see anything. It just has like trees and that good stuff. And this has like little white pine trees there. And I'm going to get my little tool here. And let's see, you guys, let's do, let's see. So I could make a little button that says chopping wood and looking good. That's kind of funny. I would really like to put this in there. See if it will fit though. This is not all those who wander are lost, but it's not going to fit. So like I said, just make sure before you set everything that what you want to say or the picture you want fits. The wild and free would fit, but then you have like, you know, the little arrow, the things on the side. But like I said, it doesn't really matter because it's just for demo purposes. But if it bothers you, if you see that extra wording of those letters and if you don't like it, then don't cut it, because then you won't be happy with what you just did. So I'm probably gonna have to do the chopping wood and looking good. It looks like if I use the black paper anyway. So let's see. I guess I could do mountains again, but I kind of don't want to. I want to do something different so you guys can see. And I do like the bear, but it has the word in it, the words in it. So, or maybe we can do the paw prints, you guys. Let's see. These have different paw prints. You have a coyote, but it doesn't get all the way in the circle because the way I cut it. So I don't know if I would just like that on a button. Paw prints on a button. No, I'm probably not going to do the paw prints because I don't want, if I was making an embellishment maybe, but for a button I'm probably going to have to do something like this. You could do, let's see, this is woodsman, hard work, or you could cut it off and just kind of, but it doesn't make sense. You want people to see your button. So we're going to have to go with this one, you guys. Chopping wood and looking good. So everything fits in there. So I'm just gonna kind of cut around my paper. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be circular, any of those things. You just want it to fit underneath the circle and give yourself a little bit room on the sides right here. You don't want to cut too close like I did on this one, because I really wanted to do the wild and free, but it's just not going to fit because I cut too much on this side, so it will not fit in the circle. Okay, so we're going to cut this side, make sure we're leaving some room, and that's fine right there. So I have it pretty much centered right now where I want it, so I'm just going to place it down. And actually I can look through the camera and see. Let's see. Let me see if I can get that arrow in there. Probably not. No, it's probably just going to have to be like this. Okay, so I'm going to place it down, and then I'm going to turn the base in again, and then see how it kind of moved right there. So if you move, that's why some people tape it. I'm just going to pull it back out and make sure it's aligned correctly where I want it, and it still is. So just be careful of that, you guys. So again, like I said, if you wanted to use some low-tack tape, you can do that, or you can use an adhesive. I just choose not to, so. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and push down. And I'm gonna do it twice. Okay. Pull it back out, pull that off. Now I've seen some people's, oh, this one came out perfect, you guys. So just the pressure you're applying. So that's why I did it twice. So that we got their button right there. All right, kind of put this to the side. I'm gonna take these, our pressing bases off, our cutting bases. So we're going to put bottom, so make sure this is base. You're gonna kind of, you're gonna hear like when it sits, you're gonna hear like a click. So just turn it. Let's see, maybe I had to push that down. There you go. So when you hear that click, make sure it's aligned with A. And then we're gonna put the top one in. Again, you wanna put it into the little notches there. You have 4 little notches. And then it's gonna hang down and you're gonna turn it. Hold on, you guys, I didn't align that one correctly. So I'm gonna align this one at the B, let it hang, and then turn it to A. Okay, there we go. So again, we're gonna drop in our button base, but this time we're going to put our paper, and then we're gonna put the little plastic. So your plastic's gonna fit perfectly over your paper. So it's the exact size as your paper. So you're gonna go ahead and you're going to turn the base. And make sure the arrows are lined up and you have your A's all lined up. And we're gonna push it. And then you're gonna hear that click, you guys. So it's gonna be a definite click on that one. You're gonna swing your base back out. And it's gonna be empty. So now this you'll get to see when I actually drop in the button. So when you guys are doing the back of the button, you're gonna make sure that the pin back is side down. So what do I mean by the pin back? So the pin back is this part right here. So this little part you actually pin when you close the button. So you're wearing the button. So this is the part that you pin to keep it secure. This is gonna go this way. So you want it where you see the little zigzag, you want that face up, okay? So the straight part, you wanna put face down. Okay, so once you have that, you're just going to make sure you guys turn to the B. So make sure the B is aligned with the arrow on the bottom, and you're gonna do the same for the top. You're gonna just slide it over to the B. You're going to swing that shut right there, and then we're just gonna push down. There's no click, so when you're actually pushing this down, you're gonna feel it, you guys. You're gonna feel it close with the pressure. Just lift it back up, and there you go. So, easy way, just pop it up from the bottom, because this does magnetize, remember, so this will pop up from the bottom. And here is your beautiful pin. Chopping wood and looking good. So then you have your little pin, so cute. And then we have our little embellishment here. So another thing to pay attention to, because I obviously did not, and it doesn't matter for me, but if you want your pin to sit this way, see I have mine upside down kind of, because I didn't really pay attention to how I put it in. Just make sure it's aligned when you drop it in. So when you're putting the top in, just make sure you remember which way you dropped it in, and so when you're actually doing the pin back, you remember how it was aligned, so it comes out the way you want it to. For me, it doesn't matter, like I said, but I'm gonna give you guys a close-up. So all the edges are pretty much sealed. I did read a couple of complaints that people were saying that the Mylar wasn't sealed, but for me, you guys, I mean, I think you can see those edges there. The Mylar is pretty much completely sealed all the way around with the paper. So I don't see any issues with this one. But so those are your little buttons. This is my little embellishment. These are so cute, so cute. So next we're gonna do the square. So the square one I actually haven't played with yet. I just played with this one just to see, and I was gonna show you the button I made, but for some reason I misplaced it somewhere. It was just a cute little button. I do have a picture of it because I took a picture, but I'm sorry I can't show it to you in the video, but it just says winter. It's really cute, but I will put it in the end of the video so you guys can see what it looks like. So the square button that it came with is very similar to the base, just the medium base I showed you. So the light blue base I just used is the medium base. So these are the medium size buttons, you guys, just so you know. They have a small size and a large size as well. So this is the square base right here. So they're gonna make little square buttons. So I wanna say, are they kind of the same size? But square, kind of, right? Kind of. So these, let's see, it says, let me see the size on the package. It says these are 1 1/4 inch. So the medium size ones, I think they're the same size, you guys. I'm not 100% sure, but I know the large ones are like 2 1/4. So these are 1.45, the circles. So 1.45 inches. That's the circumference of the circle here. So these are 1 1/4. So these are the same things. They work the same way. You have your base and your top. So we're gonna cut, I think I already have an image for this one. So we're gonna put our cutting base on, and then we're gonna put the top on. So again, we're going to align the notches, and this one sticks. So this base, just so you guys can see, it does not hang down. It's just when you do the cutting, that's when it hangs down. So for this one, I actually chose this cute little, some Asian paper that I had that has like these little stamps on it that I thought would be a really cute embellishment. So this I'm going to make as an embellishment too. These square stamps have a different backing though, so I am going to show you what that looks like, okay? But this one, so I have this little paper here. This is a gorgeous paper pad I got from Joann's. It's like Far East, I think that's what it's called. And it has a lot of like different scenes, but I just chose these because this happens to be the right size of what we're gonna use for. So I think I'm going to use the lantern design here. So hopefully it's wide enough. I'm just gonna cut this part off right there. And I'm gonna try to get as much of the lantern in as I can. So what I do, I kind of just like look from the side here and then kind of just look at the picture and then see if what I want will fit on there. And again, like I said, you guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't really matter because this is for demonstration purposes. But if you're gonna use this, you know, if you want, you know, you're gonna sell these or you're gonna use it for like a charity event or a birthday party or whatever you're gonna use it for, and if you wanna be a little bit more precise, by all means. But I am just going to line it up the way I see best. So again, it does not have to be perfect. It just has to cover the surface area of whatever you're trying to do. So in this case, let me take the button off. In this case, let's see, because I can see in the camera too what I'm looking at. I'm trying to decide if I want the lanterns and like the gold postmark, or if I want the top with the Asian writing. That's cute. Let's see the bottom with the postmark. I think I like the postmark a little bit better, you guys. So I'm gonna go for this right here. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, again, we're just gonna turn our base. And even though it's square, it works in the same way. So just make sure that most of the square cutting base is underneath the top base. And we're just gonna push down. And again, I'm gonna do it twice just so it cuts. You do have to have a little muscle, girls, so use that muscle. So this one, see, it cut out perfect, just the way I wanted it. So I have a little edge there. I'm not really worried about that. Let's see. Yeah, so it did cut out for them. Okay. So I'm not really worried about the edge here because that's going to be all tucked underneath. we hope, right? I mean, I think it pretty much matches up. When it first cut it off, I was like, wait a minute, does that even... Let's see, you guys. Pretty much matches this. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out. It pretty much matches the square. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and put the square base in. So just look for the one that says base right there. And you're still gonna try to make sure it clicks, you guys. So that one clicked. I don't know if you heard it. And again, you're going to line up the A's right here. And on the top. So what I find, I just start with the B right here, place it into the notch, and then I just turn it. That's just the easiest for me. Let it hang. Okay, and then we're gonna turn. So here I'm going to put my square. I'm going to put my design. Actually, I have that upside down. Let's try it this way, you guys. So put it there. And then I'm probably gonna cover this one, I think. I really like it. I'm gonna use it as an embellishment. So this I'm not going to put the back on, but I am gonna show you what the back looks like because it is a little bit different from the round one we did. So I'm just gonna place my plastic right over. And I'm gonna close the base, make sure the A's are aligned. And we're gonna go down and you're gonna hear that click, that big click on that one. Okay, so we're gonna swing the base out. So if it's missing, it's a good sign. Then we're gonna turn it to B here. And again, on the top, make sure it's in that slotted B. So here, you guys, this one, so these are plastic, okay? So this is a little bit different from the metal. Again, like I said, I'm gonna use it as an embellishment, so I'm going to take this off. But if you wanna make it as a pin, it works the same way. Just remember though, if you make it as a pin, you want this, the little squiggly side up facing you. So I am going to just take this out. Sometimes they're a little tricky to get out, and just make sure you don't poke yourself. Okay, put that to the side. So this, I'm going to put face, let's see, no. So here, guys, because I took it out so fast, I just want to make sure you see, because this one's a little different. So when you put the pin, you have the squiggly side up. So if you take the pin out like I just did, okay, you're gonna make sure, if you look at the back, you're gonna make sure, because this looks very different. This looks, if you have it, it looks like a picture frame. It's wrong. You need to turn it around. So just make sure you look at that. And then also a good way, especially if you're working with the plastic, to tell if you have it the correct side up, there's like a little, I don't know if you can see it because the lighting, I can't see it. There we go. You'll see like a little circle right here. That will give you the correct indication that it's on the right side. So you won't see that on the front. So you want to make sure you can see that circle. So you're going to drop it in. You're going to swing that over. And we're going to push down. Okay. And there, let's see. Oh, so that was a major fail, you guys. Look. Major fail. Okay, so that was a no-go. Did you guys see what happened there? I don't even know what happened there, but that was a major fail. So we're gonna try this again, okay? Okay, so we're gonna take this off. It's probably user error, but I'm glad it happened, so you guys can see me make the mistake so you don't have to make that mistake. But I have not used a square one, so that's the first time I used it. Let's see, let's do a different one. So I'm gonna try to do, I'm going to try to do the stamp again, but I'll probably just use, I don't know, you guys, I don't know if that one's gonna work because I don't feel like I have enough surface space. It's gonna pick up on the design next to it. Let's see if I have something else. Okay. So we're gonna put that one right there. I'm gonna do it again. Okay, swing this out, let's see. Okay, so it cut it pretty good, right? Let's see what we did, or what I did wrong. So this one, you guys see, complete fail. I'm so sad, it was so pretty. Okay. So we're gonna put the base on. And make sure, you guys, when you put this base on, that you hear it click, okay? And make sure it's in the A position. You're gonna let that hang as soon as it magnetizes, and then you're gonna slide it over to the A position. So we're gonna put that face down. We're gonna put our design, right? And then we're gonna get our Mylar. Okay, so then we're going to slide it in. Hear that big click. Okay, so now we're going to put our, again, remember, you guys, so normally if you kept the pin in, you would do this. Make sure you see that circle. So I'm going to take this one out. Again, just be careful that you guys don't stick yourselves with that sharp needle. Put that to the side. I'm going to put it in upside down and make sure it drops. I'm going to turn this to B. Turn the top one to B. We're going to try again. See what happened. Okay. I'm nervous, you guys. Let's see if this one came out. Okay, good. I think what happened is I did not apply enough pressure the first time. I felt like I didn't push down hard enough. Maybe that's why. So yeah, you're gonna have to have a little bit of muscle when you guys use this, just to let you know, because when you're pushing down, especially when you do the second part for the base, because you don't hear a click, you're gonna have to actually push down until you feel it. If you're not sure, I would advise doing it twice, just push down twice. So this one, it came out pretty good. So the back is different, as you can see. But again, I'm feeling the edges here, and I don't feel anything sticking out. I don't feel any sharp edges there. And it does have a little bit of the border of the other paper, and it's not perfectly centered, as you can see, but that's okay. So let's take a look. So this is a fail. Look at this, you guys. It didn't even line up. Look, yeah, that's what happened. It didn't line up. I don't know what I did, but it didn't line up, and it cracked the plastic piece here. So this was a fail, and that's too bad because that was really pretty, but that's okay. I made this one. So super cute. So I really do like this machine. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would. But again, there's so many different things you guys can do with it. Let me just put this to the side here. So many things you guys can do with it, and they make great little gifts. I'm excited. I'll probably do a future video because I want to order the keychain kit, and then you have the bobby pin backers. And I would love to use that. I just want to see if they'd actually stick in my hair. Like when I go to work, I want to see if they would actually stay put. And then you have the paper clip backers, and that would be great to use as like a bookmarker. And then you have the adhesive magnets and the mirror kit and the rosette kit. So as I get some of these products in, I will do a follow-up video so we can make those together so you guys can see what that looks like. And then right here, very quickly, you guys, you have the small inserts. So this is the small base, it's a pink base, and the larger base is like a teal base. So the small buttons are 1 inch. The medium, the ones we saw today, is 1.45, and the larger ones are 2 1/4, 2.25. So when I got this on HSN, the sale price for craft day in March, it was $99. Obviously it has gone up since then, not by a lot. Oh, sorry guys, wrong way. Not by a lot. It's probably gone up by, I want to say, not too much, like $5. I think it's like 104, 105 right now. So if you guys are interested, this is on HSN. It does come with the square base pieces, and it does come with a medium base, or if you can get it from We Are Memory Keepers, or maybe like Simon Says Stamp or Scrapbook, if they do have them in stock, they have the ones that have all the bases, not the square ones, but it comes with a small, medium, and large, but it is a little bit more. I think it's like $180 or $200. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I look forward to hearing your comments on if you've made these buttons, what you think of them, and if you like them. And I'll be actually filming another video today. I have another We Are Memory Keepers product I want to show you guys, and let me know what you think of them. So this one, again, you guys, this has no plastic. This is just more of the matte finish if you like that. This is the button that we made, and this is the square embellishment that we made. So super cute. Overall, I am happy with it. So let me know what you guys think in the comment box below, and thanks for joining me, you guys. See